Do you ever feel like you're not just tired, but fundamentally empty? Like your energy has been completely drained, your mind is perpetually foggy, and even the things you once loved now feel like an insurmountable effort? You're not alone. This profound state of exhaustion, often mistaken for just too much stress, has a name: burnout. The World Health Organization officially recognizes burnout as an occupational phenomenon, a critical state of physical, emotional, and mental depletion that stems from chronic, unmanaged stress. It's distinctly different from ordinary stress, which typically involves excessive pressures and a sense of urgency. Burnout instead leaves you with an internal void, a deep mental weariness, and a complete, crippling lack of motivation. The signs of burnout manifest across your entire being. Physically, you might notice persistent tiredness that sleep doesn't fix, frequent headaches, muscle aches, or unsettling changes in your appetite and sleep patterns. Emotionally, feelings of failure, helplessness, detachment, or cynicism can creep into your daily life, often accompanied by a significant loss of motivation. And behaviorally, you might find yourself withdrawing from responsibilities, socially isolating, procrastinating on tasks, and in some cases, even turning to substances as a temporary coping mechanism. This isn't a sudden onset. It's a gradual, insidious process, often progressing through stages, starting with high commitment and slowly eroding into a pervasive sense of exhaustion and detachment. Now, it's crucial to understand that while burnout can certainly feel like depression and can even increase your risk for it, they are not precisely the same. Burnout is primarily linked to external, long-term work-related stressors. Depression, conversely, has broader genetic, psychological, and environmental origins that affect all aspects of a person's life. Understanding this distinction helps us tailor the right approach to recovery. The good news is, burnout is no longer an invisible struggle. It's gaining global recognition, thanks to organizations like the WHO, and major companies from Google to Microsoft are actively implementing strategies to address it. There's a widespread public desire for actionable steps, for practical ways to navigate this pervasive challenge. Many of you are specifically searching for something like a practical 2-week plan. And while it's important to acknowledge that a comprehensive, deep recovery from burnout often requires a more extended journey, sometimes months or even years, a focused 2-week period can serve as an incredibly powerful, foundational kickstart. Think of it as hitting a much-needed reset button, giving your mind and body the immediate reprieve and initial tools they need to begin the vital process of healing. This isn't a magic wand, but it is a deliberate, impactful first step towards reclaiming your well-being. So, how do we begin this crucial journey back to ourselves? Our 2-week plan is structured on a set of foundational strategies designed to be practical and actionable. Let's think of it as the 3R approach to recovery. First, recognize the warning signs. Second, reverse the immediate damage. And third, begin building resilience to prevent recurrence. Week 1, recognize and reverse. Recognize means truly tuning into your body and mind, acknowledging the symptoms and feelings we just discussed without judgment. This self-awareness is your initial, most powerful step. It's about giving yourself permission to feel what you're feeling. Once you recognize what's happening, we move into reverse, actively seeking to mitigate the immediate impact of burnout and shift your trajectory. Our absolute priority for week 1 is radical rest and restorative sleep. Burnout is, at its core, a state of profound exhaustion, so replenishment isn't just a suggestion, it's non-negotiable medicine. Aim for a consistent sleep schedule, even trying to stick to similar bedtimes and wake-up times on weekends. Create a calming bedtime routine, perhaps a warm bath, some light reading, or gentle stretching. Critically, disconnect from all screens, phones, tablets, computers, at least an hour, if not 2, before bed. Your goal is 7 to 9 hours of truly quality sleep every single night. This deep rest allows your brain to process, your body to repair, and your emotional reserves to slowly refill. Next, let's establish firm boundaries. This is crucial for reversing the pattern of overextension that fuels burnout. For these 2 weeks, practice saying no to non-essential demands or extra commitments, both at work and in your personal life. Set clear digital boundaries. Turn off work email notifications during your non-work hours, or even put your work phone on airplane mode after a certain time. If you work from home, physically close down your workspace at the end of the day. Perhaps put your laptop away, dim the lights, or even change clothes. This physical and mental delineation helps your brain learn that it's okay, even necessary, to switch off. Alongside rest and boundaries, begin with simple yet effective stress management techniques. You don't need to become a meditation guru overnight. Start with just 5 minutes of deep breathing each morning and evening. Inhale deeply through your nose, letting your belly expand, hold for a count of 4, and then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. This simple practice signals to your nervous system that you are safe, helping to calm your fight or flight response. Consider trying a short guided mindfulness exercise. Many free apps offer quick, accessible sessions. Journaling for just 5 to 10 minutes a day can also be incredibly therapeutic. It provides a safe space to process thoughts and feelings, preventing them from building up inside. Finally, for week 1, focus on gentle physical activity and mindful, nourishing eating. This isn't about high-intensity workouts, but rather consistent, gentle movement. Take short, regular walks, especially outdoors in nature if possible. Even gentle stretching or yoga can make a difference. Simultaneously, aim for a balanced diet rich in whole foods, fruits, and vegetables. Try to minimize processed sugars, refined carbohydrates, and excessive caffeine, as these can create energy spikes and crashes that exacerbate fatigue and impact mood. Hydrate consistently with water. These small, consistent shifts send powerful positive signals to your body and brain, supporting your mood, energy, and overall well-being. Week 2, building resilience. As you transition into week 2, having started to reverse the immediate exhaustion and implement initial boundaries, the focus shifts to resilience. This is about proactively building up your physical and emotional reserves to prevent recurrence and create a stronger, more sustainable foundation for the future. First, let's actively nurture social connection and supportive relationships. Burnout often leads to isolation, making us feel even more alone. Reach out to a trusted friend or family member for a simple chat, a coffee, or a walk. Engage in conversations that are not centered on work or problems, but rather on shared interests or simple connection. Positive relationships provide crucial emotional support and remind you of your broader identity beyond your professional role. Equally important, try to limit your exposure to negative or draining influences during this crucial recovery period.
Next, dedicate some intentional time to reevaluation and re-engagement with your core self. This might sound like a big task, but it begins with small explorations. Reflect on your personal values, what truly matters to you outside of work. Revisit an old hobby you've set aside, or try a new creative activity that sparks your curiosity. This isn't about rushing into a new career, but about reconnecting with the parts of yourself that burnout might have overshadowed. What makes you feel alive? What gives you a sense of purpose and joy purely for its own sake? Whether it's listening to music, cooking a new recipe, spending time in a garden, or sketching, these activities are incredibly restorative. They remind you of your capacity for joy and intrinsic motivation. Continue and deepen your stress management techniques. If you found journaling or deep breathing helpful, make them non-negotiable daily practices. Explore different types of meditation, or perhaps try progressive muscle relaxation. The key here is consistency and finding techniques that genuinely resonate with you personally. These aren't just temporary fixes, they are skills for life, tools you can carry forward to manage future stressors more effectively. Keep up diligently with your physical health practices from week 1. Consistent quality sleep, balanced, nourishing nutrition, and regular gentle movement. Think of these as your daily anchors, grounding you, stabilizing your mood, and providing sustained energy. These are the cornerstones of long-term well-being. Finally, in week 2, take some time to seriously consider professional help if needed. If your feelings of exhaustion, cynicism, or detachment remain overwhelming, or if you notice symptoms of anxiety or depression co-occurring, reaching out to a therapist or healthcare provider is a brave and incredibly vital step. This 2-week plan is a powerful beginning, but some deeper aspects of recovery or underlying conditions truly benefit from expert guidance. There is absolutely no shame in seeking support. It is a profound act of self-care and strength. As our 2 weeks come to a close, take a moment to acknowledge the significant work you've done. You've bravely recognized the signs of burnout, understood its insidious nature, and embarked on a focused, practical journey to reclaim your energy and well-being. You've actively started to reverse the immediate exhaustion through radical rest, the establishment of firm boundaries, and initial stress management techniques. You've also begun the crucial process of building resilience by nurturing social connections, re-engaging with your passions, and maintaining consistent self-care practices. This 2-week period isn't a magical cure, and it's essential to understand that. It is, however, a vital and powerful foundation. Think of it as clearing the ground, planting the first essential seeds, and nurturing new growth. True, sustainable recovery from burnout is an ongoing process, often taking many months to fully integrate these changes and address the deeper, sometimes systemic root causes. And indeed, acknowledging that the causes of burnout are often bigger than just individual choices, rooted in workplace cultures and societal expectations, is also a crucial part of holistic healing. But what you've accomplished in these 2 weeks is truly significant. You've sent a clear, undeniable message to yourself. My well-being not only matters, it is my priority. Carry these newly established practices forward. Continue to prioritize your rest, uphold your boundaries, nurture your connections, and consciously engage in activities that genuinely recharge and inspire you.
Be patient and compassionate with yourself. Recovery is rarely linear. There will be days that feel easier and days that present challenges. But by taking these deliberate, practical steps, you are actively choosing a path towards a more balanced, energized, and profoundly fulfilling life. You are worth this effort. You deserve to thrive.